In a world where crossovers can be a massive crapshoot, whether they really slap or simply should have never been conceived by the human mind, one YouTuber will look into his past to take a look at one of his earliest attempts at fanfiction writing. Afro Riffs. Join us as we embark on a journey full of cringe and old shame, going over a series of fanfics that combined a Canadian Cartoon Network program with a Japanese anime. Yes, that's actually what this guy did. Scary thing is, he wasn't the first. Look it up if you don't believe me. Anyways, watch as this aspiring artist and storyteller goes through each and every episode of his fanfic series he did to see how much it holds up compared to his more wiser, experienced times as a writer, whether he likes it or not. I wonder what horrors are in store for today's little adventure.
Hey everyone, this is Afro again.
And this is Chippy Jesse.
And I have another co-host with me. Mind introducing yourself?
Hello, it is me, Tenchi Hanka.
Okay, Armix.
Yeah, we figured we could use another guy who has experience with or more experience with voice acting to voice some of the characters that I kind of struggled with last time.
Eddie.
Yeah, I'm a little curious. Can you do like a decent Eddie?
See, I was just looking into doing like an Eddie voice, and I could see like why you would struggle with Eddie's voice because his voice is wild.
Yeah,
out of the trio, like his voice is definitely the hardest to try to imitate, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I'm not expecting Justin Timberlake surprisingly doing a pretty good boo-boo. I just maybe the best you can.
Yeah. Yeah, I could try to go for my best Eddie impression. I might end up voice cracking some bit.
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
Kind of wish I was able to contact Tony Sampson, but I don't think at the same time, what will he think of what I wrote?
Oh man.
I don't know if he'd be familiar with I don't know if he'll be familiar with Ari. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like the anime watching type, but well, he did voice work for some anime, actually.
True.
But yeah, I'm not too sure.
Yeah. Anyways, you wanna... Oh.
I don't know the guy, so yeah. You were saying?
I was gonna say, you wanna get around to reading?
Okay.
I have the 4 tabs open.
Okay. Let's just get this over with.
Let's go to hell.
It says episode 3, but I'm just gonna say part 3. First day of school. Monday arrived, and the three were ready for North High. They'd been given school uniforms, which were of a white polo shirt, red tie, purple/gray jeans, and a blue blazer with the school logo sewed onto the pocket. In case you haven't seen Ari, I guess. Double D liked it. He thought it looked classy, but the other two had other opinions.
Alright, here's where Eddie comes in. Just gonna get some extra hydration.
Fair.
I hate uniforms.
Said Eddie
really loud. I'm sorry for that.
Said Eddie Grouchy. I love canoes, said Ed happily. Lifting lines from the actual show. The laziest way to make a callback. You guys aren't finished yet, as Ed noticed the blazers weren't buttoned and Eddie's tie was hanging a bit. Giselle.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to mute because just to make sure that my echoes don't pick up. But anyways, it's okay, Double D.
Said Surya.
You don't have to dress tightly if you don't want to.
Then Eddie noticed her school uniform.
I love school uniforms,
said Eddie more happily. But then he noticed Johnny, who wasn't wearing a uniform. I guess Double D says this. Wait, aren't you going to school? Nope, I'm going to roam around the city searching for aliens in human disguises with this alien scanner that survived the crash. Now, if you'll excuse me, me and Plank have a future to save. Should we tell him? Asked Double D.
Nah, I want to see how long he keeps this up,
answered Eddie. Catch you later, Johnny, said Ed. It was a rather gloomy day. It started to drizzle and the forecast said it will rain. Aw, this future stinks, said Ed. Where are all the skyways, the hoverboards, and an alien girl who's probably the key to mankind's future? But while Ed was whining and making more lame pop culture jokes, and still buying the whole future scam, Surya was telling the Eds a fake identity for them.
Okay. You guys are my cousins from Canada. Both of our fathers have a long time business. Oh fuck. Have been. I cannot read. Both of our fathers have been long time business partners and are transferring to my school to see what you like here in Japan. I cannot read. Is that good enough?
Yes, said Double D.
Whatever,
said Eddie. The car finally reached the hill road which led to the school. It was a long walk up. Why couldn't the car just drive them up there? I don't know. Eddie was gawking at all the schoolgirls. They wore a white and blue long-sleeved sailor shirt and with a blue skirt that went up to their waist. Good thing I was still a teen when I was getting into Haruhi.
So is this Eddie talking here?
I guess so.
Oh man, I think we hit the jackpot. Those have to be the most sexiest uniforms for girls I've ever seen. I feel like creaming myself.
Oh my god, this line.
Asher, what the fuck?
I don't
Asher,
know.
What the fuck?
I mean, you could still have those thoughts at 17, right?
Eddie's talking about whipped cream. It's fine.
No, God, pay attention.
Yeah, let's go with that. This school has good fashion, I guess. Surya said goodbye, wished them good luck, and went to her classroom, while the Eds went to their assigned room, like, wrong there. This happened to be the same as Haruhi and Kyon.
Is this where Haruhi speaks?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. Hey, Kyon!
What?
Did you hear about the 3 new students?
No. When did you hear that?
I heard it through other classmates. They're foreign exchange students. Isn't that weird? Three students entering the school at the same time. This time of year.
Maybe they're related. It's like, wrong there again. Maybe they're related, like brothers or sisters.
That sounds too normal,
said Haruhi, annoyed. Everything sounds normal to you, I said, rolling my eyes. And you do know it's natural for students to transfer into schools at different times of the year, right? I guess she forgot about Itsuki's origin. Before Haruhi could answer, the teacher started to speak. Alright, everyone, we have 3 new students joining this year, so I want you all to make them feel right at home. Remember, don't give them any suspicion, got it? Said Double D, whispering to Ed and Eddie. Okie dokie, Ed said while Eddie gave a thumbs up. The first student was tall, had yellow skin, shaggy red head, brown eyes, a monobrow, no neck, odd, and was dressed like the Computer Research Society president. The second student was medium size, wore a hat I never seen before, and had a black tuft of hair sticking out, a gap between his 2 front teeth, green eyes, and was dressed like Koizumi. The third student was really short, had pink skin, no neck, again, odd, navy blue hair with 3 pieces sticking out in front that matched his school blazer. He was dressed just like me, and a frown that would put the Grinch to shame.
The Grinch.
Yeah. Dr. Seuss is Haruhi canon.
Well, I mean, we're kind of recording this sometime after Christmas, so...
Oh, yeah. I guess this is good timing. So, what are your names? Asked the teacher. Hello, my name is Ed. I'm Edward. You could call me Double D if you want.
And I'm Eddie. And don't you forget that.
He said, pointing to the class. What are your last names? Elric, answered Ed. Elric, whispered Double D. I got it from a comic book. I guess she doesn't know the term manga. Kyon raised his hand. Yes, Double D said. You guys look like you would be ready for junior high. That's because we're child prodigies. Well,
wait, that said Eddie, pointing to Ed, yeah. Well, I wouldn't call this guy a child prodigy,
said Eddie, pointing to Ed.
He's so dumb, he would make Patrick Star look like...
Ed then covered his mouth. What he meant was, he used to be an idiot, he yelled at Eddie intensely, but now he's as smart as us.
Oh gosh, here comes Haruhi. I'm here, no worries. Oh yeah?
Said Haruhi with a smirk. This is still you.
Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't see the quotations. Give us a complicated math problem, Ed Alric.
Ed was staring at Haruhi. His eyes were glittering with astonishment as if he met his true love. Oh, man. Thank God this didn't go anywhere. Spoiler alerts. Ed, that math problem? Double D snapped him out of his fantasy. Oh yeah! 2 plus 2 is 4. Really? Was that the best I could have come up with? It probably would have been funnier if he just got a math problem wrong or just gave an answer that was like, well, you'd expect from Ed. I could have had him said 24, but I ripped off enough. The entire classroom bursted into laughter. Wow, they're so easily amused. While Eddie gave a facepalm. Said Ed nervously. He then noticed Haruhi and Kyon looking at them, suspiciously. Gulp! Lunchtime arrived. Tenchi.
Oh. Hey, Stockhead! Oh, Sockhead. Hey, Sockhead! Ed and I are going to the cafeteria.
Okay. Double D was given a box lunch from Suria's mom. Why she didn't give Ed and Eddie lunch boxes is anybody's guess. An egg salad sandwich, asparagus with bacon wrapped around it, and a cupcake for dessert. What a nice family. As Ed ate his first bite, he noticed that some schoolgirls were looking at him and then giggling to each other. So much for first impressions, he thought.
Okay, this is where I come in. Oh, wait.
Oh, this is Kyon. Hey. He then saw Haruhi and Kyon moving decks towards him like they want to have lunch with him. The name's Kyon.
And I'm Haruhi.
Oh, hello. So, you three are all brothers, huh? Asked Kyon. Yeah.
And all, and all your names are Edward Elric, right?
Continued Haruhi. That's right.
Hey, have you heard about the van incident?
Asked Haruhi. Double D felt nervous. What's that?
Oh yeah. Sorry, guys. I dissociated for a moment. Some weird happening last. Oh wait, that's you. I think.
Oh, well, you started anyway.
Okay, fine. I'm Kyon then. Some weird happening happening last Friday night.
Okay, not what I expected, but whatever. I said, gulping down my right. Oh, this is supposed to be Kyon. It keeps going back.
I feel like we should have reread everything, but I feel like you should have pre-read everything before,
Yeah.
going it.
Some weird
Hey, it's
happening last
improv.
Friday night. Kyon said, gulping down his rice. It happened at that school. What was its name again? Whatever. Well, it crash-landed into the field, and many say it came out of nowhere in the sky. Where is it now? Probably at a scrapyard.
Okay. You want to see something we found at the crash site?
Asked Haruhi. She then reached into her school bag, pulling out the gas pedal from the van. This made Double D even more scared. These two seemed to be onto his and the other's dilemma. Oh.
Where did you come from?
Haruhi asked. From Canada. I'm a cousin of, Saruya. I didn't know she had cousins, said Kyon. While the two were making Double D nervous with the questions they were asking him, Ed and Eddie were busy enjoying their lunch. Eddie had some curry, and Ed had a sub sandwich.
What's the matter, Lumpy? You stopped halfway.
Surroundings unfamiliar, sky gray, people staring at us. Will we ever stop the aliens from invading? Will we ever get home?
Ed, first off, that was a scam. Second, we will have to survive the land of Godzilla and Caramel Dancing. We will adapt for where?
But Eddie felt his stomach feeling funny.
Just hold on that thought and stay right there.
And Eddie rushed to the bathroom like a roadrunner running from its predator. Giselle.
Okay, yeah. What's up with that? What's up with the goofy hat? Are you hiding something?
What? No, it's my thinking cap.
Sure.
And what's up with your tongue? Asked Kyon. It looks light blue. Oh, you see, I love jawbreakers, and eating a lot of them causes your tongue to change colors. I forgot the U and the E there. It just says tongue.
I assume this is Eddie.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Ed and Eddie were coming back from lunch when they noticed Haruhi and Kyon giving Double D a hard time.
Aren't they bugging you, Sockhead?
No, we're not, said Kyon. We're just asking him innocent questions. For you three look very different.
Yeah.
Agreed Haruhi with a grin.
You guys came here on Friday, huh? That's when the random van flew out of the sky. You haven't heard of that, did you?
Double D felt his heart racing.
Of course we did.
Snapped Eddie.
And we don't want anything to do with you two chumps. Is this still Eddie?
Yeah.
All right. For we are superior. We are Elrics united. Wow, I hate this prick.
That's me. Wow, I hate this little prick already, thought Kyon. Right, Ed. Oh, that's you.
Right, Ed? Ed?
Ed was staring at Haruhi again. Hello, my name is Ed, and I like chickens. Again, thank God this didn't go anywhere. The bell rang, and it was time for class again. Haruhi and Kyon went back to their seats, while the Eds went back to theirs right next to them. Double D felt a little frightened. They must have witnessed the accident and think they're aliens, which they're not, and are probably planning something right now. As the final bell rang, it was time to go home. Double D slowly got out of his chair when he felt his tie being jerked from his blazer by Haruhi Suzumiya. He was pulled out of the classroom with Kyon running behind him. Hey Haruhi, wait up! Help!
Give us back our sockhead.
Ed and Eddie were chasing behind. Double D! Cried Ed. Ed and Eddie were gaining when they slipped through a wet floor sign and slid into another room. It looks like our helpless Ed, Double D, is being taken by Haruhi and Kyon for questions. Where will they take them? Let's find out next time. And by next time, I meant right now.
Yeah.
Kill me. Part 4. Meet the Brigade. Double D was frightened as Haruhi was pulling him through the halls. What will they do to me? He thought. Finally, they reached a room with SOS on the sign. Haruhi and Kyon surrounded him at a wall.
Okay, bud, what are you doing here on this planet disguising yourself as a transfer student?
Haruhi asked. What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with us. We know you and your brothers are are the ones who survived the accident with your ship. I need a drink of water after this recording. And you're probably here to observe us so you can discover our weaknesses to invade.
What? I'm not an alien. Oh yeah, talked back Kyon. Why are you wearing that weird-looking hat? Is there something under it? And what the hell is with your two brothers? The tall one has no chin and the short one has no neck. Either they're bad disguises or just being lazy. I guess Kyon is willing to accept this. I mean, well, then again, given the club he's in, yeah.
The SOS kind of cause him to lose insanity.
Yeah. That's you. Giselle.
Sorry, let's see, He's got a point there, Double D, if that's your real name.
Agreed, Haruhi. Okay, first of all, that's my nickname. Second, if you two kindly let me go and explain, you would be less confused and paranoid. Both of them looked at each other for a minute, and then nodded. Double D was then placed on a chair and tucked his tie back into his blazer. Could I use that blackboard there? I think I would explain better.
If you must,
said Haruhi. Thank you. He then picked up a marker. Or chalk piece. Okay, it all started last Friday until the first day of high school. Meanwhile, Ed and Eddie were still in pain after they slipped through that wet floor in the hall and into a classroom. Eddie felt cross.
Oh man, when I find those two chumps, I'm going to.
But before he could continue, a soft voice was heard. This is Mikuru.
Oh boy. Oh, look at that cute dwarf. Oh, look at the cute little dwarf.
A cute girl with light brown hair took Eddie and squeezed him like a teddy bear.
He's so adorable.
Oh, said Ed in shock. You're being attacked by a hug monster. However, Eddie didn't feel uncomfortable and angry anymore. This beautiful girl seemed to suck all his anger away when she was hugging him. He never felt this way before. In response, he patted her head.
I see. I see him met Eddie and fuck. I see him met Ed and Eddie, Mikuru.
Sirius was ironically in the same classroom. Or coincidentally in the same classroom. What's so ironic about that?
Hi,
Said Eddie softly.
I'm Eddie Elric, and that's my idiot brother, Ed. What's your name?
Mikuru Asahina.
She said.
You must be those cousin Surya was telling me about. I heard a lot of great things about you.
Don't worry, Eddie, I'll save you. And then Ed yanked Eddie out of Mikuru's hands.
You idiot! Just wait till you realize you hit puberty already.
Maybe it's not just hit.
Probably.
Eddie was then snapped out of his fantasy. What's puberty?
Iconic. Right there. Ed asking what's puberty.
Yeah, that does seem like an Ed thing to do. What's that say?
Wait a minute, where's Double D?
Asked Surya.
This is Eddie. These two chumps took him as the final bell rang.
That's not cool. That's not cool. Don't worry, Mikuru and I will let you know when we'll find him. What does he look like?
Asked Mikuru sweetly. Well,
I think this is Eddie.
Yeah.
Well, he's pretty recognizable. Just look for someone with a black sock on his head.
This is Mikuru.
Okay, I'll have to go to the club. Fuck. Okay, I have to go to the club room now. I'll let you know. No, bye, Ed and Eddie.
Goodbye,
said Eddie nicely as she walked out of the classroom. Eddie and Mikuru sitting in the tree. KISS-LMNOG.
Shut up, Ed.
He doesn't know puberty, but he makes that joke.
Somehow?
Maybe.
Disney movies, that is all.
Disney movies?
Ed and Eddie went back to looking for Double D. They searched everywhere. They looked, and Ed was panically and was a bit frantic. Double D? He asked while looking in someone's school bag.
Double D?
Asked Eddie, looking into another classroom. Ryoko Asakura, are you up there? Asked Ed, looking up some girl's skirt, which led to her screaming and stomping her foot on his face.
Who's Ryoko Asakura?
Asked Eddie in confusion. Who are we looking for again? Asked Ed with a foot imprint on his face.
Double D, you idiot!
He's missing? Eddie face-palmed in frustration.
Yes! Now let's continue finding him!
Back to the club room, Double D was still explaining to Haruhi and Kyon what happened. Man, what was with my grammar back then? You know, this is funny, Kyon thought. What Double D is showing us is an improbable yet interesting story. Dude, like, the girl you hang out with has the powers of God. Like, and you're still using the term improbable? It seemed to make sense in a way, and I'm pretty sure he's not an alien. I then turned to Haruhi, who looked very interested. She followed every word in detail he was saying and drawing on the board. I figured she might fall asleep after 5 seconds or just hear blah 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 in her head. One thing's for sure, she caused this somehow. And so, Saria thought up a fake identity for us. We're her cousins from Canada that's transferred into her school for a while, and here we are. Haruhi stared at him for a few seconds. Then her face started to lit up and she began hugging Double D.
My apologies, Double D.
Haruhi said, booming out of her chair.
This is something I've been waiting for. It must be really cool, but being a time traveler, you have no idea how long I've been trying to meet someone like you.
I think you're taking this time traveling thing a little too seriously, said Kyon. This is Double D.
You mean this is me?
Yeah.
Okay. Double D, are there any school clubs you feel like you... fuck. Sorry.
Okay.
Double D, are there any school clubs you feel like joining right now?
Not any that I can think of.
Join this club!
Trust me, said Kyon. I think it's best that you hang out with us for a while. I have a feeling we might be able to help you with your dilemma. You mean you guys are going to help me and my friends get back to my own time? This is...
Yeah, this is what this club is about.
Oh, thank you! Double D said, hugging Haruhi back. This made her feel good inside. Oh, and by the way, that girl by the window is another club member. Her name is Yuki Nagato, Kyon said. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just forgot to address Yuki was there, and Yuki's probably thinking, huh, deja vu.
Go on, talk to her. Me and Kim will talk about your membership while you're at it.
Don't mind if I do, said Double D. He slowly went up to Yuki and began to talk. Hello, Yuki. I'm Edward Elric.
Hello,
She said blankly. As she turned her head, Double D soon felt funny inside. It's as if he found this girl to be very amusing. His cheeks soon blushed. Oh yeah, now this is something that actually went somewhere. For better or mostly worse.
Oh boy.
So, what are you reading? She then showed the cover to him. It was The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. How ironic. What are your thoughts?
Unique.
What's your favorite part?
All of it.
You must like reading.
A little.
I see. Double D felt awkward and yet amused by this girl. Now Kyon's thinking, deja vu. While Double D was feeling right at home with the SOS Brigade, Ed and Eddie were still roaming the school looking for him.
We're never gonna find him, Ed. What should we do?
I'd say we tell the principal.
Ed, that's brilliant!
I'm brilliant? I'm brilliant! Ha 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 ha! Now I know what I want to be! He then went to a random fantasy where he's dancing how he has confidence in sunshine. Oh. This was a reference to a certain fan series on YouTube I used to watch. None of you will probably get it.
I don't think I got it, sorry.
Yeah.
I respect the, All I said is that your idea was brilliant, not you, stupid. But yeah, tell the principal.
Oh, hi, Itsuki. What? This is you.
Oh,
Okay.
It's Eddie? Or...
Eddie.
Oh. Oh, wait, this is Eddie?
Yeah.
Okay. What the?
Eddie then noticed a handsome-looking fellow with slightly bushy dark brown hair and buttoned up his blazer like Double D was nearby. Hello, Ed. did you hear about the short student who accidentally went into the girl's bathroom at lunch? More like wrong bathroom at the right time, Ed and Itsuki laughed, even if Itsuki didn't find the joke that funny.
Who's that?
Asked Eddie. My new friend.
When did you meet him? You were with me the whole entire time.
Remember when you went to the bathroom at lunch?
So what? You made a new friend in 50 seconds?
Ed nodded yes.
So, what's your name?
Itsuki then smiled and reached out his hand. Nice to meet you. I'm Itsuki Koizumi. You and your brother must be two of the 3 new transfers I've been told about.
Yeah, hi.
Eddie was quite amused by Itsuki and how kind he felt. Where's the other one? The one with the funny ad. Edward or Double D?
Who? Oh, Double D. We were looking for him. He was taken by those 2 chumps.
What does he look like?
Well, have you seen a kid with a black sock on his head, green eyes, and blonde tufts of hair sticking out?
Even though I previously mentioned how they were black, but
Now they're blonde.
they were originally blonde in reference of that one DA artist who sadly isn't around anymore, but then I switched it to black because continuity, hooray!
It'd be like that.
Fan fictions in a nutshell.
I don't think so. What about the 2 chumps?
One is a girl. She has chocolate brown hair. That's a way to describe it. Chocolate brown hair.
Yeah.
She has chocolate brown hair, a yellow hairband, gold eyes, and is as tall as Ed. The other guy is as tall as you. He has dark brown hair, a mob-like haircut, gold eyes, and wears a uniform just like me. In fact, I think he stole my idea.
How could he when he's been going to school much longer than you have, Eddie? Itsuki then pondered, and then he smiled again. I think I know where your brother is. Follow me. I forgot the your. And the 2 Eds were following Itsuki. Ed was explaining his bio to Eddie. He enjoys smiling, making girls flirt to him, making straight men gay. What? Ed is in this club called the SOS Brigade. It's brigade with an E, but close. What we do in this club is search for unordinary beings like aliens, time travelers, and espers and hanging out with them.
What was that last one?
Asked Eddie. Espers. They're people with an individual capable of telepathy and other similar paranormal abilities. I saw an Esper at a zoo once, guys, Ed said randomly. It's like, I don't know if Itsuki had any of those, skills, but,
2011.
well, 2010.
2010, still.
Yeah.
Early 2010s.
Back at the club room, Double D was still talking to Yuki. She was explaining the plot to him and telling him other books that she likes. You know, H.G. Wells is one of my favorite authors.
I see.
Do you like him?
I find his work rather interesting.
Just then, Mikuru walked into the classroom.
Hello. Hey, who's that?
Our
newest Oh. Yeah. Our newest member, Double D!
shouted Haruhi.
Hello, Double D. I'm Mikuru.
She said, bowing down to him. Hello, Mikuru. My name is Edward Elric, and you can call me Double D if you like. Well, even though that Mikuru called him Double D just then. What even was me?
We're about to find out, I guess.
Yeah. Mikuru then noticed Double D's hat and remembered what Saria told her about looking out for a student wearing a black hat.
When you happen, you wouldn't happen to have two brothers named Ed and Eddie, do you?
Why, yes, I do. You saw them?
Yeah, they're looking for you right now.
I'll go look for them right now, said Kyon, but as he was turning the knob, he felt the door crushing him as it burst open by something, and that something was Eddie using Ed's head to bust open the door.
Unhand our brother. Unhand our brother, Brigade Scum.
Wow, that was fast,
said Haruhi. Eddie, stop! These are friends. They're going to help us.
Huh?
Oh, look! The hug monster from before, said Ed. It's...
Who's saying this line?
Yeah, I couldn't tell like who's who.
Yeah,
like,
I should have just said Haruhi.
oh man, if only DA lets you color code words, so then it'll be easier.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's true. Your brother told us that about you guys, and we and we all want you to join our club.
Eddie then took Double D, and the three of them huddled around each other like a football team of three.
Oh boy. Who are these weirdos? And that big-breasted beauty.
Oh god. I don't think even Eddie was this perverted. I mean, yeah, he had those magazines, but still.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Did you invite me and just to not say these lines?
I forgot most of these. Trust me, they're going to help us. They took me because they didn't know much about me, or us for that matter. But now that they do, she's so kind to invite us into her club until we figure out a way back home. The dark brown-haired girl looks pretty, guys, Ed said, blushing. Like, ugh. Doesn't he not know what puberty is yet?
Wait, yeah, did he not know what it is?
Yeah. You three
He's
know that we
discovered
can
it.
hear your private conversation, do you? Said Kyo, rubbing his forehead. You must be the third brother. My name is Izuki Koizumi, he said pretty politely. Pleasure to meet you, Koizumi, replied Double D. Me and my brothers would be honored if we joined your club.
Oh crap! As I was about to, I thought my mic was muted, but turns out I accidentally muted my mic just to unmute. Oh man, I'm stupid. Anyways, great. So it's settled. The Eds are brigaders.
Oh god. This line. Haruhi then looked at Ed for a moment and began to blush. She finds Ed... Ugh.
I'm going to kill.
What is happening?
I'm going to kill.
What is this becoming? Like some sort of romantic love triangle?
I don't know. Like, okay, how about I spare you and just say that Ari said to Ed, look at you, you're so cute I could die. Like, finds Ed cute? Ed sighed. Ed will like it here, he thought happily. I'm guessing you didn't want to read that line.
I did not want to read that line.
I don't blame you.
I'm gonna eat
Oh,
my
boy.
dinner after 2 more chapters.
The plot thickens.
Unfortunately. Part 5. A Dinner with Yuki. That following day, a lot has happened to the Eds. They transferred to North High, and they befriended a club where they search for bizarre things. They did like them, and Haruhi and the others were fond of the Eds, and Double D had a feeling that with Haruhi, Kyon, Yuki, Mikuru, and Itsuki, they'll be okay. It was Wednesday, the 5th day of Japan. The Eds returned home and changed their uniforms to their own clothes.
Hey, Sockhead, do you have the answers from today's classwork?
Here it is. Would it kill you to just listen to the teacher for once? One thing that would kill me is deodorant, Ed said randomly.
Hey, Double D, did you think of a way to get back at Peach Creek yet?
Asked Eddie. It's elementary, Eddie. I'll just make a new time machine with the help of the SOS Brigade, and we'll go home just like that.
Cool.
Double D was given the two answers to today. Well, I guess the two Eds answers to today's classwork. He was then going upstairs into his room to read a book. Not long ago, before he left the club room, Double D gave him a book to read. Feeling flattered, he accepted it. He enjoyed the first two chapters and decided to call it a day when he realized that there was writing on the bookmark. He read it and stormed out of that room. Double D, where are you going? To meet someone at the park. Don't wait up. As he was running out of the house, he spotted Johnny and Plank. Hey, Double D. Oh, hi, Johnny. Found any aliens yet? He was remembered Johnny still believes the scam. Nope, the city felt clean. Has Ed and Eddie found any at the school? Why not ask them? Okay, wait. Where are you going at this time of night? Meeting someone I met from school. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Sarita thought up a fake identity for me and Plank. We're friends of the family, and we're thinking of transferring to a different school here. Okay, why couldn't Plank just go to North High with them? But, I mean, I didn't know what to do with Johnny right here. You do know that...
Plot contrivances.
Yeah. You do know that's fake, right? Yeah, but that's the best she can think of. Bye! Double D ran through the streets with his unusual running look. While he was getting good exercise, he was wondering, why does Yuki Nagato want to talk to me? I just met her. He had to admit, he has developed a little crush on her. At last... Okay, like...
Sorry, just like the way that the sentence went on a decline while you were reading that.
Yeah, like... Okay, you want to know why I came up with this plot thread?
Yeah,
It's because, like, you know, the fanfic that I was inspired by, like, the person who wrote it had Double D, like, spot Yuki and had him develop a crush there. I mean, in a sense, I can see why. Like, I kind of get the logic. Like, I mean, both read books, but that's pretty much it. At last he reached a bench with her sitting, waiting for his arrival. He nervously walked slowly, and then she turned her head.
Hello, Ed.
I think you cut out.
Oh, did I cut out?
Yeah.
Gosh dang it. Anyways, hello, Edward.
Hi.
Follow me.
Yuki led Double D to her apartment. He thought it looked very nice. They reached her apartment room, and they walked into the dining room. Ed noticed some Chinese food. He then thought, could this be a date? I just met her. He then remembered he hadn't eaten anything for unknown reasons. They had a quiet dinner until Yuki began to speak.
You are here in this dimension for a reason.
Huh?
That incident, so-called time machine, happened for a reason.
How do you know that? Double D figured from the news, but he thought how she knew that the survivors were him, Ed, Eddie, and Johnny.
I have the ability to sense anything that was caused by Haruhi Suzumiya.
This made Double D even more confused. Okay, first, how do you know that me and my friends were from another dimension, and what do you mean that Haruhi caused this?
Oh, fuck me, Asher!
Alright.
I am going to kill you.
Don't read this too fast.
Exposition, exposition. I'm not gonna finish that.
Okay. Haruhi Suzumiya is a is an explosion of data, which means she can bend reality as she becomes unstable. However, if her mood becomes unstable, it would lead to the end of the world. It appears that her powers have increased over time, as she can now send cracks into other dimensions, and hopping someone or something that would go through it. Last Friday, she said she okay. She Last Friday she said she liked to meet people from another dimension. That that means she wished it, and whatever she wishes becomes real. The cracks had opened to your dimension, and Alric, your brothers, and that extra friend conveniently went through the crack, making all four of you slider,
Yeah, like,
leading you four into our world. Almost done with that exposition, my dude. Since she has the ability to control her surroundings, she sent Suraya's dad to give you four shelters.
yeah, I'm really sorry.
Fucking A!
You know, I probably should have just, I don't know, like, maybe I just said, like, blah, 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 Haruhi's powers, blah, 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 she sent a crack through the sky. Uh, Double D followed every word she said, and he was still confused. Look, my last name isn't Elric, and Ed and Eddie are my brothers. Ed just thought that name from the top of his head, and us being brothers is like a fake identity for this time period.
However, you will soon believe the fake identity, which means that it'll be your new identity. For you see, Haruhi has developed the ability to rewrite people's lives. The crack still the crack is still between our two dimensions, which means that the crack will one day close up, and that story about you and the other Elrics moving into Japan and being Surya's cousins will become real permanently, and you will soon forget the real event that got you here, and also your old lives.
So, you're all getting this?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay. Double D remembered every single word, and then he remembered Johnny's fake identity. So you're saying that Haruhi is a possible sentient being that sent a crack into my dimension, bringing me and the others here, and she sent Saria's dad to give me shelter, which will lead Saria to give me and the others fake identities, and blah blah blah. They'll become real over time. Blah blah blah. Me and Eddie will become brothers. Blah blah blah.
Yes,
So this is my new life,
yes.
and I can't go back to my old one.
That ever happening seems to be impossible. There is there is nothing we can do. I'm sorry.
Double D's heart sank. He then realized what this means. He might never see his old friends ever again. Kevin, Naz, Rolf, Sarah, Jimmy, the Kanker sisters. I think that would be a good thing for the last one. And soon, even Johnny and Plank. But then again, he would never see them again anyway. He remembered finally becoming accepted into the cul-de-sac, finally being loved by everyone, and now it'll all be gone.
You can go now.
Okay, thanks for dinner. Yuki then led Double D out the door, and he settled for Riffs' house. However, he was unaware that while he and Yuki were talking, Kyon, Mikuru, and Itsuki were hiding in another room listening to their conversation.
I'm guessing this is Yuki still talking?
Yeah.
He's gone.
That Edward seems like a charming man, said Itsuki with that smile of his. Pity the same can't be said with the other two, said Kyon in his smug voice.
Poor Double D,
said Mikuru.
He's forced out of his...
You cut out.
Oh, I cut... Oh my I hate my internet sometimes.
I'm hearing it for some reason. Huh. This is strange.
Huh.
Okay. Well, Discord is a fuck. There we go. He is forced out of his life to live a new one.
Kyon now knows about the Ed's real identities, how Haruhi got them there, and felt very sorry for them. Double D finally reached the house. Ed and Eddie finished their homework and were watching a show called Canon on TV with Johnny and Plank. Then Johnny...
Canon!
Yeah, I mean... I guess Kyoto Animation exists in this universe too. Why not? Then Johnny asked Double D a question. Hey, Double D, there's a question I forgot to ask you. When we succeed with saving the future, how will we get home? He then looked at Ed and Eddie with a sad face. I don't know. I really don't know. He then walked sadly to sleep. One more
chapter of hell. Let's go.
I wish I never wrote this. Part 6, A Lunch with Mikuru. Kyon was at the lockers changing shoes. He remembered hearing Yuki talking to Double D last night and how he and the others got here. He knew He knew that Haruhi did it, but it still surprised him. Then Itsuki came to talk to him. Hello there. Why is there a question mark? What's up? Lately, I've been sensing something in this school. Like what? Don't tell me there are more espers around here, are there? Good guess. 2 actually, just transferred in. Eddie already knew. 2 of the Es must have gotten esper powers from Haruhi, but could he figure out which 2? Do you know who? Is one of them Double D? No, he seems to be the only one to be very faint. So it's Ed and Eddie. Kyon was very dumbfounded. He felt Double D would be at least smart enough to know what being an esper meant. He couldn't imagine Ed and Eddie being them. In the classroom, the Eds were talking to Haruhi and Kyon. Oh, that's you.
Oh, maybe being in your club won't be a bad thing after all,
said Eddie with a chipper attitude.
Oh, really?
Asked Haruhi in amusement.
Sure. I mean, there is one member that I find very appealing. A girl who's so beautiful and sweet.
Yeah, Haruhi, said Ed looking at her. Ed, stop gawking. You shouldn't do this. Ah!
I said beautiful, Ed. Beautiful.
Eddie wasn't amused by Haruhi at all, for he found her to be aggressive, much like Kyon. And who is this beautiful member? Asked Kyon, glaring at Eddie.
Oh boy. Mikuru Asahina.
Eddie then went into fantasy mode. Oh my god, this made Kyon cross. What he didn't know was that Eddie found a note in his locker to tell him to meet someone at lunch. And that someone was Mikuru. Oh god, where is this going? This made his heart sing. So, when lunch arrived, Eddie zoomed out of the classroom into the cafeteria.
Here we fucking go!
Hello,
Eddie!
Oh.
Said Mikuru with a smile. Eddie blushed.
So I wonder, if Eddie is already pink, what is his blush color?
I don't know.
Red. I'm counting it. Fucking that. It's red.
Hi, Mikuru. So, what do you want to have lunch with? Why do you want to have lunch with me?
Eddie felt very good about this. The prettiest girl in school is having lunch with him. Oh.
Asher, you sound like dying right now.
Yes, because I wasn't expecting this to be this cringeworthy.
I think you need to watch some anime after this.
Yeah. Maybe I should.
Anyways, I just want to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
So, where did you come from?
From Canada. My town is called Peach Creek. I'm really popular there.
I meant which dimension you're from.
What?
I want to know which dimension you're from. Fuck. I want to know which dimension you're in before you came into this one.
Okay, first, how do you know I was from another dimension? And second, what do you mean by which dimension? Do different dimensions have names? The ninth dimension, I guess.
That's the reason I wanted to talk to you. I know how you got here.
Mikuru told Eddie exactly what Yuki told Double D at her apartment. So, I'm just being repetitive here.
I feel like you're kind of basing it off the first few episodes of the chronological order for Haruhi, like when they had to explain everything in Kyon.
Oh, yeah, okay, now I remember.
Yeah. I rewatched the melancholy arc of for Haruhi Suzumiya like a month ago, so you know.
Oh.
Oh, actually a couple of months ago, but semantics.
Okay.
You see, you're here because of Haruhi.
Okay. Where am I?
What? But you lost your place.
Okay. But Eddie didn't seem to listen to her. He was too busy looking at her beautiful and gorgeous face that would make Jessica Rabbit look average looking. God, just stop mentioning other characters.
All these characters. This is like much bigger crossover than I would anticipate.
You're making the Big Bang Theory blush with these references.
Sheldon would be proud.
If you don't believe me, I have no problem with that.
What? Oh, sure, I believe you. I'll believe anything you say to me.
Oh, thank you, Eddie. You're so sweet.
She giggled, which made Eddie blush his cheeks.
Don't worry, I'll help you all through. You through.
That was Mikuru.
Oh, God.
I'm not gonna help anybody.
Don't worry. I'll help you through this. I'm going through a similar thing with you.
Yeah.
Eddie then waved her goodbye as he finished his lunch and headed back to class. He was happily walking down the hall until Haruhi came near him, where it turns out he was eavesdropping on the conversation. What were you two talking about?
None of your business, mophead. I was just treated with a heavenly lunch with none other than Miss Asahina.
Look, buddy, just stay away from Miss Asahina. She's mine, and no one is going to compete with me for heart. Oh my god, like, I know that Kyon, okay, like, yeah, Kyon, I recall he did have feelings for her, but,
not that obvious. It was not that obvious.
Yeah.
Like, or at least he wasn't.
The guts to just be like right in his face.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. You know, same with me, Eddie.
Eddie continued to walk but was stopped again. And another thing, only I could call her Miss Asahina. I saw her first. Technically, Haruhi did, but said Eddie with a smirk.
Did she ever say you're cute? Like she called me cute? You see cute. if that is your real name.
It's not.
Oh, then what is it?
Yeah. Oh.
Uh,
He's
I don't care anyway. I seem to turn her on with my shortness and good looks. You have had your chance, sport, but I just took it.
Eddie then walked away, leaving a very cross Keon behind. I sense a rivalry here, moving right along. It was after school, and the Eds were heading towards the club room. When they did, Haruhi had an announcement.
Okay. I've decided to move our Saturday roaming to Friday.
Why? They all asked, excluding the Eds.
Because that was the day the UFO crash landed. I think I think that if we looked around at the same day, we might get more chances of finding aliens. I bet they're probably disguised as normal human I bet they're disguised as normal human beings with the use of clever devices that could shape them into any form. Gosh, voicing Haruhi's hard. No, it's with the help of our new club members, I think we'll get somewhere.
I guess the old D doesn't know that, I think Double D's real story kind of debunks the alien thing, but I guess this just made her more confident about supernatural stuff. And so, Haruhi has moved the day to Friday, and the Eds were willing to help, whether they like it or not. It's done!
Wait, how can you be willing to help and not like it?
Begrudgingly, maybe.
Willing, like...
Yeah, like...
I mean, you could be willing to do something, but doing it begrudgingly.
Yeah, like, basically what Keon has to do with his life, apparently.
So Ash, you're gonna have to like pay the bills for like having me to like for some damages of like having me to voice like long tirades.
The damages of our throats.
Well, I'm gonna start doing commissions soon, so maybe.
Jogging aside, I had fun.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed my time.
Well, that's good. You at least had more fun than me, because... Wow, this is gonna be tougher than I thought.
Yeah, hold up. I just realized that my lamp I kind of unplugged the thing and I cannot really see shit. My room is dark as shit. I'll also do that after the recording's done. So 10, what are your thoughts of the... Like, I know that you're only kind of familiar with that entity, but have not seen much of Haruhi, so you want to explain your thoughts from his perspective of somebody that...
Yeah, I don't know too much about either. I definitely can see the exposition being like some sort of story plot with Haruhi, and Ed and Eddie is mostly self-explanatory. They're just kids going around and doing stuff with jawbreakers. Yeah.
Well, I think what truly spawned this weird fascination I had is when KHF had his old channel and did those Haruhi craziness videos, and someone would have audio.
Yeah, I remember that.
And some would have audio from Ed and Eddie.
Yeah. I know 10 is not familiar with that since, KHF's old channel just went terminated.
Yeah, and honestly, he did those skits as a joke.
I mean, KHF kind of understand of like, he was using copyrighted clips, which kind of causes YouTube to be terminated, so.
Yeah, but again, like he spliced Eddie audio with visuals as a joke. But I saw story potential there.
You know what? It'd be like that. Listen, I'm the same asshole who kind of crossover Mario RPG with Azumanga Daioh.
Or heck, I recall one person who crossed over Bratz and Winx Club with Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah, that was a thing.
Anyways, you want any closing statements before we end the recording?
Okay, to all who found amusement, I mean, please don't be too mean. I mean, I regret this as much as you find it pretty weird. And I hope you guys won't judge me after all this.
Despite my jokes of wanting to kill you, like I'm not too judgmental.
Okay, and
I'm pretty sure like people watching this would know that it's all in good fun. You kind of like made that pretty clear, I'd say.
Yeah. So I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is Chippy Jesse.
And this is Afro Taku.
Jen?
Yeah, this is Tenchi Yonka.
And if you'll excuse me, I need to reflect on myself.
Mood.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.